Hello and welcome. It is currently 8:17 p.m. It is match day 2 of Rocket League National Championships for the NJCAAE. In match day 1, Daytona beat Heartland and Columbia Basin College to advance to the winners finals. Tonight, Daytona, for the fourth time this season, take on Wake Tech. Daytona has met Wake Tech on 3 other occasions, and it went as so. In the first matchup, it was close. Daytona found themselves in game 5, down 2 goals with 2 minutes left, and the Falcons rallied back to beat Wake Tech. The second occasion was in round 2 of the regional playoffs, where Daytona beat Wake Tech 3-1, and the third occasion was in the losers final, where Daytona cleanly swept through Wake Tech to advance to the grand finals of the regionals. Tonight is the winners finals for the national championship. If Daytona win this, they advance to the grand finals, which will be tomorrow at 9 p.m. The match will start shortly. See you then. The match will start shortly. Once again, this is the fourth rendition of this matchup. Very excited to see what Daytona do, and the question is, can Wake Tech take down Daytona? Three matches, 3 losses. Surely in the back of their head, Wake Tech have a game plan to take to Daytona. Early on, lefty, ball falls for Deadsy, hits it high. Sullis misses the ball, falls for Flick. Flick tries to find Deadsy, does find Deadsy. Ball falls for Sullis in his corner, has no boost. Tries to advance it, gets it past onset, but Flick's there. To Deadsy, early shot on, Knuckle with the save. Lefty, Flick with the 50 going in his favor. Sullis finds Lefty upfield. Lefty doesn't have boost, but can he beat the man? Gets a good 50 for Sullis, and Sullis with an early goal for Daytona. Fun fact, Sullis just won a semi-pro Rocket League tournament right before this matchup. He was on a team representing Cleveland. I don't know if that was any real affiliation to the city of Cleveland, but neat little fact. Knuckle has some boost, has some space, but Deadsy with an Intimidator badge from 2K just pushes him off of it. Flick gets it over Lefty. Knuckle, lone man back, able to put it out of the danger zone. A little slow here in Daytona's corner, but Sullis gets it out. Deadsy pitches it up. Lefty with an awkward shot, but Flick is able to hit it away. Flick, Knuckle, onset. Onset takes on 2 Daytona defenders, gets past 1, but Sullis is there to reclaim the ball. Sullis loses the ball to Flick. Lefty calls off Knuckle, beats 2. Onset, lone man back, saves it for Wake Tech. Knuckle with a booming ball and an open net, and it just rings out wide off the bottom corner of the post. Wake Tech on the counter, onset, Lefty gets beat. Sullis, can he find Lefty? Flick does enough to get it out of danger. Deadsy with the shot, but Knuckle is there with the save. Sullis and Flick go for the ball together. Flick gets better of Sullis. Knuckle booms it. Onset gets a demo on Solace. Deadsy gets demoed by Knuckle. Lefty has some space, but uses a lot of boost. Beats one, though. Put back into play by Onset. Onset tries to find Flick, and Flick with a miraculous attempt, but it just didn't go in. Knuckle one-on-one here. Gets demoed by Flick, but ball falls for Lefty. Lefty and Solace, a little bit of miscommunication there. Solace puts it high. Onset there to clear it. Solace, ball falls for Flick. Flick advances. Ball falling for Flick. Lefty just able to break it up. Knuckle looming. Doesn't have the boost, but gets the better of Onset. Ball up high. Deadsy tries to find his teammate Lefty. Can he find a teammate? Solace can't put it on target. Deadsy reclaims in his corner. Is called off by Flick. Solace looming behind Onset. Pitches it down to Lefty. Lefty decides not to go up for it. Lefty beats one, but Flick with the retaliation. Knuckle gets bumped in the backfield, but no one was there for Wake Tech. Lefty gets it over Flick. Deadsy picks it up in the air. Solace is bumped in the goal. Daytona able to weather the storm, though. Flick, Lefty, Onset. Ball falls for Flick. Gets a good hit to beat Lefty. Solace bumps Flick. Knuckle with a shooting opportunity in Daytona, flying high in this first game. It all starts with Lefty going forward, getting the first bump. Then Solace has his bumping opportunity, and Knuckle just, with a little tap in, type of thing you have to finish, and Daytona do. Kickoff underway. Momentum going in Daytona's favor. Can Wake Tech rally back? Solace with an easy save, picks it up in his corner. Booms the ball, falls for Flick. Knuckle gets beat. Solace gets beat, but Flick with a heavy touch. Demos Lefty. Good position here for Wake Tech, but Deadsy didn't have a prime angle to progress it. Solace hits it forward, but gets demoed. Knuckle, an Onset. 50 falls for Flick. Flick goes into Daytona's corner. Solace hits it down. Deadsy looming. Deadsy goes high with it. Can Deadsy get a double tap here? And rings off the woodwork. Deadsy, great attempt there, but he can't put it in. Knuckle loses his 50, but Lefty reclaims it. Lefty beats Deadsy. Lefty, Onset. Onset does enough to get it out of Lefty's reach. Solace gets beat by Onset. Knuckle receives the ball, and ball goes flying out wide, a couple yards away from the goal. Almost went in. Deadsy on the counter. Used all his boost to get the ball up the field, though. Little double come here by Daytona. Knuckle able to clear it off the goal line. Knuckle has no boost. Now gets boost. Full tank. And a semi-open net, and Knuckle is able to put it in. 3-0 with 37 seconds left here. It is looking wraps in game one, but anything can happen. Like in the game 5 of Solace's tournament, it was 3-0 in their game 5, and then I looked down on my phone and I looked back up. It was 3-2 all of a sudden. Kickoff underway. Knuckle gets the better of Onset. Solace gets the better of Flick, but Daytona have no boost going forward. Flick, a little awkward here. Lefty can't get it over Flick. Knuckle. Onset beats Lefty. Knuckle. Loose ball picked up by Wake Tech. Flick hits it high. Onset hits it high as well. Lefty with a clear. 14 seconds left here. If anything needs to happen, it needs to happen now. Double commit save by Daytona. Onset gets the ball hit away from him. Flick puts it on target, but a little own goal by Solace. Fun fact, Solace also scored an own goal in his tournament in game 2. I have not forgot about that, Solace. Onset off of Knuckle, off of Solace, in the back of the net. Little bit of luck, lady luck on Wake Tech's side. Solace scoring own goals, because that is what Solace does. And 0 seconds here. Daytona take game 1, and they have the momentum going forward. Daytona now 2 games away from the grand finals. 2 games away from a chance at silverware. Men of the match, Knuckle. Daytona learning something from the last matchup against Wake Tech. If you were there to watch it, Wake Tech went for a lot of bumps early on, but every bumping attempt, just Wake Tech couldn't find the back of the net, and it seemed like Daytona would immediately respond and find a goal. Some really funny stuff in that series. Deadsy, last man to ready up. Wake Tech taking their time. They're aware of the challenge. Daytona don't want to get too complacent. If you remember the first matchup between the two teams, Daytona took a 2-0 lead against Wake Tech. And then game 3, Daytona went for a bunch of foolish stuff, went for a bunch of passing plays, and Momentum switched from there forward. The Wake Tech picked up game 2. Game 3. Game 4 was very lackluster for Daytona. Wake Tech scored 2 goals early on, and it was cruise control from there. And then Daytona found themselves in a 2-goal deficit in game 5. But thanks to the captain, Knuckle, Daytona were able to rally back in time and win that game 5 4-2. Game 2 about to be underway shortly. Kickoff underway. Lefty sporting a new paint today. He's usually in a very dark car. Now he's somewhat anodized. Lefty with a double tap opportunity. Just hits it wide. Sullis comes in off the woodwork. Flick misses the ball, and Sullis can put it in. Sullis just puts it in. You don't want to see this when you're in such a high skill match here. Flick with an opportunity to make an important save and just misses the ball. We've all been there. I've been there. Coin's been there. Marco's been there. Daytona finding an early lead in game 2. Lefty gets the kickoff and the space. Doesn't have boost though, but Daytona don't always need boost. Deadsy in a good counterattacking angle here, and Daytona find their back line with a gaping hole. Flick gets a very good 50, and Deadsy just getting a little tap in the goal. Maybe it was offside, who knows. Linesman didn't see it. Kickoff underway, 1-1 in game 2. Flick gets the better of the kickoff, but it falls for Sullis. Sullis goes under, onset, and Deadsy bails onset out. Sullis nearly clipping on Wake Tech. Deadsy, onset. Lefty pounces on the ball like a tiger. Flick, onset. Flick with a shooting opportunity here. Sullis with a save. Sullis in his own corner. Ball bounces out. Deadsy gets the 50. Knuckle goes high. Flick meets him there, beats him, but Lefty retains possession of the ball. Onset puts it high. Can he find a teammate here? Misses the ball. Lefty picks it up. Deadsy, lone man back. Deadsy makes the most of it with good control. Sullis breaks it up. Flick. Knuckle beats Flick. Onset is there, though. Lefty. Deadsy goes forward, gets a full tank. Sullis beats him in the 50. Lefty in the backfield. Flick just able to get the header over the attacker there. Knuckle gets beat by Flick. Ball falls in a good position for Deadsy. Can't beat Sullis though. Lefty misses the ball. Very uncharacteristic of him. A little bit of miscommunication on Daytona's side here. Knuckle off the roof. Let's see what he can do. Gets the Flick to beat Flick, but can't beat Deadsy. Sullis beats Deadsy. Beats Onset. Lefty gets beat by Flick. Flick heaves the ball towards Daytona's net, but it's off target. Onset in a shooting position. Sullis with a save. Sullis nearly gets bumped there. And Sullis with a double save coming in clutch for Daytona. Flick on the counter once again. Can he put it back in the net? And Onset gets in Flick's way. How unfortunate for Wake Tech. Lefty doesn't have any boost. Gets bumped off the ball by Onset. Nearly put some speed in the ball. Made it awkward for Wake Tech. Sullis hits the ball down to Flick. Knuckle there to save it. Ball falls for Deadsy. Knuckle beats him to a good position here. Does it just squeeze in? No, it doesn't. Just a little wide for Knuckle. Sullis beats 2. Deadsy lone man back. Has the boost. Has the time. Lefty goes high. Gets there, but can't get to the ball. Onset. Lefty and Flick meet in midfield. 50 is very evenly matched. Knuckle booms it forward. Onset just gets the touch to bang it off the crossbar. Deadsy with the save in front of his own net. Knuckle and Flick, little altercation in the backfield. Flick leaves the ball for Onset. Lefty in the corner of Daytona here. Knuckle almost gets into a Rule 1 with Onset. Good position here for Deadsy, but Flick can't get the pass off. Sullis a little hesitant to go into the 50. Goes into a 50 at the right time. Gets a connection, but the ball falls for Onset. Onset on the attack. Sullis once again there to break it up. 1-1 here, very tight in game 2. Knuckle shoots it. Deadsy there to save it. Lefty goes up. Ball is high above Wake Tech's net. Flick clears it. Onset on the counter. Gets a good touch, but can he get the double tap here? No, it hits off the curved part of the roof and goes down. Sullis, good 50. Lands for Lefty. Knuckle looming. Let's see what he can do. Purchase it high. Gets it over Deadsy. Deadsy with a clinical touch there to hit it down. Knuckle with a reinsertion, and Sullis, like an assassin, comes running in and just puts the dagger through Wake Tech's defense. Sullis, that Sly Fox, steals the ball from Knuckle like a scene out of Blue Lock. Kickoff underway. 2-1 for Daytona. A minute 28 left in game 2. Lefty gets the better of Flick on the kickoff. Knuckle, good shooting angle. Flick gets the save, but it was a double commit by Wake Tech. Ball put high. Sullis goes up. Onset does enough to get the save. Lefty, once again, Daytona relentless here. Lefty gets a flip reset, but Flick hits it away. Knuckle puts it high, and Sullis gets saved by Onset. Onset, Sullis' kryptonite. Lefty, Onset. Knuckle moves it forward. Deadsy hits it away. A minute left here in game 2. Lefty goes up, has some room, but gets the flick, and Onset bailing Flick out of trouble there. Deadsy, Knuckle, Wake Tech look very frustrated, very panicked going forward. 3 guys going forward at one time. You don't want to see that from them. Lefty gets the touch under his car, but can't get the touch to hit it forward. Knuckle calls off Sullis, hits the ball towards the net, doesn't get anything of it. Deadsy on the counter, gets a very good 50 on Lefty, and out of nowhere, with no momentum, Wake Tech find themselves back in game 2. Lefty going to be punching himself there. Not how you want to concede when you had such a great last 3 minutes. 31 seconds left. Let's see if something happens here on the kickoff. Lefty with the kickoff goal. Oh! Ooh. Lefty. Uh-oh. We don't want to talk about Sullis. Sullis makes up for it. Don't want to celebrate too hard because we saw a pretty bad whiff a second ago, but it doesn't matter because Daytona is back in the lead, 3-2. If Sullis missed that open net, I would care, but Lefty did it. We can forgive Lefty. Lefty almost gets dunked on again by Onset. Onset gets a little touch to it. Lefty gets beat by Deadsy. Knuckle goes up. Deadsy dunks on another Daytona player. Onset has the ball, but no boost. Sullis. Can he end this for Daytona in this game? Deadsy keeps it up in the air. Still hope here for Wake Tech. Onset hits it down, and game 2 falls in the hand of Daytona. Sullis, man of the match, 3 goals. Luck was on both teams' side there in game 2 after, I believe it was Deadsy who dunked on Lefty, and then Lefty with the kickoff goal opportunity that he missed. It's okay. We all miss them. 2-0 in the series here. If Daytona win one more game, they advance to the grand finals, and they advance with their second life, as the tournament is double elimination. It's best of 5. If Daytona are to somehow lose this series, they still have a second chance at winning it all. If Daytona progress, they can afford to lose the first matchup and still have a second chance at winning all the glory. Momentum in Daytona's corner, though. Deadsy, man of the match for Wake Tech. I definitely want to see more out of Flick. I feel like his contribution needs to be higher if Wake Tech want to compete, want to come back in this series. And it looks like both teams are on the field. Momentum in Daytona's wings. Can Daytona close out this series and clinch the grand finals? Kickoff underway. Flick gets the better of Knuckle, but ball falls for Lefty. Lefty goes under Onset and squeezes it in past Onset. That is a great start for Daytona. I don't think it could be any better. Maybe if I don't know, maybe if Lefty did it in like a cooler car than the Octane, it would be better, but still pretty good. Sullis gets the better of Onset on the kickoff and gets the demo on Deadsy, but loses the boost to Deadsy. Flick on the counter here. Can he get it over Lefty? Lefty with a critical touch there. Onset backflips, leaves it for Deadsy. Lefty to Knuckle. Knuckle in Wake Tech's corner. Onset puts it away. Sullis, lone man back. Lefty hits it back. Sullis doesn't have much boost, but utilizes direction to get the ball out. Knuckle has some space here, has some time. Onset breaks it up. Sullis beats Onset, but ball falls for Deadsy. Sullis beats Deadsy with a flying touch from the roof. Onset to Deadsy here in Wake Tech's corner. Onset advances it, but once again, Wake Tech just can't make anything going forward. Lefty gets bumped, but Onset can't get him off the ball. Onset hits it back to Deadsy. Lefty breaks it up midair. Onset beats Knuckle, gets the bump on Lefty. Deadsy with the shot, and very crafty there from Wake Tech. Wake Tech getting down and dirty when they need it. Deadsy getting the bump and then getting the little touch off his tail, off his spoiler, and it finds the back of the net. Kickoff underway, 1-1. Knuckle versus Flick. Ball falls for Onset. Lefty gets beat by Onset with a 50. A little awkward here for Daytona. Deadsy. Onset puts it too high, but no one from Daytona is going up. Sullis gets the save. Onset can't redirect it for a shot. Can Deadsy redirect it for a shot? Lefty, with barely any boost, gets a save off his goal line. Daytona drained, just like the Sahara Desert here. Knuckle, Flick. Deadsy coming from deep, takes it slow. Knuckle, we saw you jump in there. We don't appreciate it. And Wake Tech with a perfectly placed shot in the top corner. Deadsy with a little pump fake here. That would be on NBA TikTok if this was the NBA. 2-1 for Wake Tech, rallying back now. 3 minutes left for Daytona to find a way back into the series. Kickoff, Onset, finds the ball landing for him. Knuckle beats Onset. Knuckle tries to hit it forward. Deadsy breaks it up. Sullis makes a weird flick, clears it out. Going forward here. Good bump from Daytona. Will this ball sail in? It won't. Sullis tries to redirect it. Doesn't have the shooting angle going away from the ball. Ball falls for Deadsy, and he's able to get it out of his own half. Flick dunks on Knuckle. Lefty goes up. Onset breaks it up. Flick making it awkward. Momentum has shifted for Wake Tech. Sullis gets the 50. Falls for Lefty. Ball falling for Flick. Knuckle with a good touch here, but Onset on his own backboard to clear it. Beats one. Sullis hits it back down. Deadsy puts it up high. Wake Tech trying to make it awkward for Daytona. Sullis doesn't have any boost, but Wake Tech seem to have spaced themselves out, trying to fill the gaps that Daytona aren't on the field to move the ball, and it's working for them. Lefty. A little awkward here. Knuckle has the ball, has a shooting angle, but Flick well positioned defensively. Sullis, can he find Knuckle? Knuckle fakes it. Can Sullis shoot it? And it's a great save by Deadsy. 2 minutes left here in this game 3, and Wake Tech need their star guys to perform, and they have been so far. Sullis and Deadsy meet in midfield. Ball falls for Lefty. Deadsy goes on the offensive with a bump. Wake Tech making it awkward, and Knuckle bailing Lefty out of an awkward place. Onset, a little late bumping action there. That would have been a yellow card in actual soccer. Sullis loses the 50 to Flick. Lefty beats one, hits it high. Sullis puts it high. Knuckle, can he do something here? When Daytona needs it, Onset able to get the save. Sullis puts it off the corner. Lefty tries to shoot it. Flick and Onset both go for the ball. Lefty beats two. Deadsy able to clear it out for Wake Tech. Sullis goes high. Daytona not firing here on all cylinders. Onset finds himself with the ball in midfield and finds Deadsy, and Wake Tech punch their way back into the series in game 3. Wake Tech taking it a lot slower, playing through Daytona, making it awkward. Right now, you would feel like Wake Tech is the team up 2-0 in the series. Still a minute left. Anything can happen. Kickoff underway. Knuckle loses the kickoff to Flick. Sullis goes up. Onset gets enough to hit it away. Knuckle. Lefty in a shooting angle, and Lefty punched Daytona right back into this game. Right when Wake Tech were getting a little complacent, comfortable with their lead, Lefty immediately comes in when Daytona need it. Off the woodwork. Bar down, 3-2, 50 seconds, and that lead has shrunken down to 1. Onset and Sullis meet. Lefty with a kickoff opportunity, but the ball got away from him. Flick gets the better of Lefty on the 50. Onset flies forward. Knuckle forced to hit it because since it was awkward. Deadsy versus Knuckle. Knuckle gets beat. Deadsy loses positioning of the ball. Lefty. Flick. 30 seconds left. Sullis doesn't have any boost. Knuckle hits it forward. Deadsy puts in the middle. Flick too far out. Can Daytona find an equalizer here? Sullis, Knuckle, Lefty. Nothing comes of it. Sullis misses the ball. Knuckle puts it high. 10 seconds left. Good position for Onset to clear it. Beats Knuckle. Lefty gets a good 50, but 5 seconds left. Lefty keeps it high up. Ball hits the ground. Sullis keeps it up. Can Daytona pull something here? Knuckle keeps it high. Deadsy and Flick both have boost though. And game 3 goes towards Wake Tech. Onset, men of the match, 2 assists. Onset and Deadsy finding the back of the goal for Wake Tech. Lefty finding the back of the net for Daytona twice. Wake Tech finding some wind in their wings finally. Can they make this weird for Daytona like the first series? Can Daytona shut it down and advance to the grand finals? We will find out next time on Rocket League Z. Seems everyone has readied up. Game 4 underway shortly. This is big here. Daytona still have a knockout window. Wake Tech fighting for another round. Lefty gets beat by Onset, but ball falls for Lefty. Lefty with an early shot and can't put it in. Sullis chasing after it, tried to redirect it off the top corner, but couldn't find the back of the net. Wake Tech scrambling to get out of their half, and they find some success here. Lefty and Onset meet in a very awkward duel in midfield. Deadsy gets the better of it ultimately. Knuckle barely gets the better of Flick. Lefty moves it forward. And it's a shooting opportunity here, and Flick with a great defensive maneuver there. Sullis had an open net from a bump from Daytona, and he couldn't finish because of a Flick save. And Flick works his little magic here. Didn't have the angle, was a little awkward here, but he said, hey, I just gotta keep the ball low. I'm gonna roll it up the wall, and I'm gonna just tap it in. Wake Tech find an early lead in game 4. 4 minutes, 21 seconds left. Kickoff underway. Knuckle and Deadsy meet. Deadsy gets the better of 2 Daytona players. Lefty in an awkward position. Gets bumped. Flick bumps Sullis in the midfield. Onset gets beat. Knuckle. Wake Tech have slowed this series down and made it very awkward for Daytona. Deadsy flies in to hit it away towards Flick. Flick on the counter here, and he gets the boost, but went for the boost, gave up position on the ball. Shot here for Wake Tech, very awkward. Lefty makes it extremely awkward. Knuckle there to bail him out. Lefty doesn't have any boost. Advances it forward. Deadsy's there to break it up. Ball falls for Knuckle, but him and Onset both miss it. Can Deadsy redirect this in for Wake Tech? He can't. Knuckle breaks it up. Lefty goes up. Has some room. Used all of his boost, though. Barely can't get it past Onset. Deadsy. Knuckle. Sullis. Ball falls for Deadsy. Lefty coming in from deep. Hits it to the corner. Can he get a redirect? And Flick reads it. Able to get the save. Great little footwork there from Lefty. Lefty with a shot and places it in. Sullis has just been such a menace for Wake Tech with these bumps. Actually, my mistake. Knuckle got bumped. And question marks there for Wake Tech. Maybe they should have been rotating instead of demoing. Kickoff falls for Lefty. Lefty in a good position. Doesn't have boost, though. Gets a comfortable position over Onset, but Wake Tech find themselves on the counter. Onset finally has some boost and some space. Lefty with the save, though. Ball falls for Deadsy. Deadsy takes his time, but touched a little too heavy. Sullis gets the 50 going for him. Onset puts it back in the mix. Flick can't beat Knuckle. Sullis. Deadsy puts into the corner. Finds Onset. Knuckle is there to bang it away, and If Flick was a little higher upfield, who knows? Maybe that would have gone in. Dedsy beats one. Sullis gets demoed, but is able to hit the ball away. Flick brings it down, beats lefty, but gets awkward here with the touch. Dedsy clears it away. Dedsy moving forward with onset. Sullis breaks it up. Flick in a good shooting position, but lefty hits it down to Sullis. Dedsy finds Flick. Wake Tech here. What a save by lefty. Wake Tech were flying down the field. All three members of their team were up, and lefty comes in with a clutch save. Wake Tech tried to break the momentum with a bump in the backfield, and they can't successfully. Sullis pounds it away. Onset is there. High ball in midfield. Onset is able to beat lefty to the ball. Knuckle gets his say in it. Onset hits it back towards the net. Sullis needs to hit this high, and he does. Lefty goes up, but can't find any success. Sullis redirecting it. Lefty with a good shot, and Sullis tries to get the bump on Onset, but Onset evades and is able to get the save. Dedsy puts it high. Sullis gets beat, and Wake Tech find another goal here in Game 4. Will this be resided in Game 5? Sullis just didn't have the best takeoff, and Flick is just able to put it in the back of the net. A minute 30 left here. Can Daytona find their way back in this game? Can Wake Tech push this to a Game 5? Kickoff falls for Dedsy. Wake Tech probably going to be slowing their game down a lot here, trying to protect this lead. Onset hits it away. Lefty gets the better say in it. Sullis able to hit it across midfield, but no one is there to receive it. Flick. Lefty breaks it up. Boost has been an issue for Daytona, it seems, in these last two games. Onset to Dedsy. Has some space here. Lefty gets the save. A minute left. If Daytona can find their way back in the game, they need to do it now. Knuckle beats one. Sullis. Ball still in contention here. Dedsy finally gets a breakaway. Lefty goes up. Knuckle gets dunked on by Onset. Lefty tries to redirect it. Opening here for Daytona, and they shoot it, and Flick with a save. Knuckle goes up, gets the dunk. Lefty goes up, tries to hit it, but Onset reads it. 30 seconds left. Wake Tech about to push a Game 5 here in what was seemingly a very comfortable series for Daytona. Daytona put it high. Onset immediately sends it all the way back to Daytona's half. Do Daytona have one more attack? Sullis to Lefty. Sullis can't beat Flick. Knuckle. 10 seconds left here. Needs to hit it forward. Dedsy breaks the momentum. Sullis booms it. Lefty, can he do something here? Gets the boost. 50 booms into Wake Tech's corner. Onset's going to try to keep it down. Sullis keeps it up. Lefty keeps it up. Flick looming. Sullis can't get it past Flick, and Wake Tech have forced a Game 5 here. The pace change for Wake Tech has been very successful. They've also gone the liberty of having some 50s going their way, but it is working. And like I said last match, Flick needs to raise up the level, and he has in this Game 4. Daytona pushed to Game 5. It seems that Wake Tech do their best when they change it up on Daytona. And that is what they did in Game 3 and 4 to put themselves into this position. Now, the winner of this next match finds themselves in the grand final. It all comes down to this. Nail biter here. Daytona so comfortable against Wake Tech in the last two matchups. Wake Tech saying, hey, we're not letting you get off this easy this time. Kickoff underway. Lefty gets the better of it. Dedsy gets the boost and the control, plays it slow. Beats two Daytona players, but Knuckle is there to break it up. Onset puts it high. Lefty goes up for it. Sullis goes up for it. Gets a comfortable 50, and luck, Lady Luck, is on Sullis' side right now. Daytona getting rewarded for some early aggression. Flick gets the ball hit off of him, goes up to the roof, and just falls back down into the net. Great for Daytona. 1-0 here. Awkward kickoff. Onset in a good angle to shoot it, and Lefty can't get it an onset with an immediate retaliation here. Flick was very unfortunate with the first hit that led to the goal, and now very fortunate on the kickoff. Ball got in a very good position to onset, and onset with a limited boost, able to find the back of Daytona's net. Kickoff underway. Lefty gets the better of the kickoff, but Flick gets it. Knuckle. Flick is on the wall. On the roof. Onset is up. Sullis with the save. Onset was looming there. Tried to get the dunk on him. Deadsy puts it up. Sullis takes his time. On the wall. Flick in a shooting position. Knuckle with the save. Wake Tech are trying to get the 50 here, it seems. Lefty on the breakaway, beats Onset. Lefty, can he beat Deadsy? Deadsy hits it down. Sullis is there, though. Deadsy able to reinsert himself. Knuckle and Deadsy meet. Onset with some boost and a flick. And Wake Tech in a good position here to upset Daytona. They have just played it very slow, and it's worked. Sullis just didn't have any boost to commit to that save. Daytona found themselves in this position in the first matchup against Wake Tech, and they were able to rally back. Can they rally back one more time to put their ticket into the grand finals? Knuckle able to defend here. Gets 2 bumps. Lefty gets beat. Sullis takes his time. Gets the 50 going his way, but Flick is able to hit it away. Sullis. Lefty to Knuckle. Knuckle hits it up. Onset is there to break it away. Sullis to Lefty. Deadsy breaks it up. Knuckle gets the 50 going his direction. Knuckle, usually the playmaking guy for Daytona. Off to a slow start here in Game 5. Deadsy leaves the ball for Flick. Flick beats 2 Daytona guys. Just has Knuckle to beat. Knuckle cleans it up. Onset has some boost. Lefty on janitor duty. Sullis able to hit it away. Can Daytona get a counter here? Daytona don't have any boost to get a counter, but Sullis gets a bump. Finally, Lefty has some boost. Lefty needs to be the man for Daytona. Takes it slow, hits it high, tries to find Knuckle. Knuckle hits it off the wall, but Flick is able to hit it away. Sullis puts it back up in contention. Can he get the flip reset on Onset? But Onset has seen that way too many times to get beat by it again. Deadsy, Wake Tech's defense looking very formidable right now. Flick leaves it for his teammate Lefty. Flick. Sullis takes it slow. Flick punishes him for it, though. Knuckle caught in an awkward position, but gets the 50. Onset hits it up. Sullis can't put it on target. Lefty goes up. Deadsy hits it away, though. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. Daytona's ticket to the grand finals looking like it may have to wait for another day. Onset. Lefty. Sullis can't get a good shot. Flick puts it towards Daytona's net. Lefty hits it down to Daytona's corner. Knuckle, now his turn. Can the captain of Daytona do something for his team? Deadsy with the good shot, and Sullis flies high and is just able to find the top right corner. He is firing on all cylinders here, and Deadsy thought he did enough, and Sullis says, no, Deadsy, you didn't. Daytona rally their way back. Is that the momentum shift that Daytona needs? Can Onset get another kickoff goal here? Who knows? Onset in a good position. Can he find his teammate who's upfield? No, I was wrong. He wasn't upfield. Sullis takes it slow. Onset dunks on him, though. Knuckle goes up, beats Flick, has some room, has some boost, but Deadsy breaks it up. Onset. Sullis. Knuckle takes it slow, doesn't have any boost. Onset reads it, can't squeeze in. Lefty. Knuckle, oh no! And defensive mishap there from Daytona. Knuckle had no boost, couldn't commit. Sullis commits for it. Lefty let the ball hit the post, and Daytona find themselves down with 1:30 left. Daytona have gifted Wake Tech the lead here. Can they rally back? Kickoff, good positioning for Flick. Flick takes it slow. Lefty able to get the save. Daytona here on the counter. Knuckle goes under one. Onset there to break it up. Onset able to hit it away. Lefty. Deadsy wins the 50. Flick. Sullis. Lefty. Knuckle. 1 minute left. Daytona needs something quick. Knuckle puts it out. Onset hits it. It's in Wake Tech's corner. Ball falls for Lefty. Good 50, but Dedsey is there. 55 seconds left. Wake Tech looking like they might make the finals here. Knuckle, can he pull off something? Flick hits it away. Daytona needs to stop booming it. Flick with a good shooting position and puts it out wide. Sullis beats Onset, but Dedsey's there on cleanup duty. Knuckle, looming ball here. Lefty needs to do something, gets the save. Wake Tech being relentless though. Sullis booms it. Knuckle, Flick, 24 seconds left. Can Daytona do something? And what a save by Lefty. Daytona needs something quick here. Knuckle, can he get the dunk on Flick? Flick clears it away. Is there hope for one more attack for Daytona? Wake Tech with a near goal here. Knuckle can't get the best of it, and Wake Tech are nearly there. Dedsey beats Sullis to the ball, and Lefty somehow keeps it up. All Wake Tech need to do is hit it to the ground, and Wake Tech upset Daytona in Game 5 and advance to the grand finals. Daytona find themselves in the losers final. Very unfortunate. Now the season matchup between the two teams is 3-1. Wake Tech advance with no lives lost. Daytona lose 1 life here. Daytona still heavy favorites to make the grand finals though. Will have to beat the winner of Heartland and CBC and ICW and some other college, but we will see you tomorrow night on the national stream. I believe NJCAAE will be hosting it. I'm Cyan. This is the last time you'll see me this season. Hopefully Daytona can rally back. I'll see you next time.